was talking to Jacobian about you, right? And he said that you gotten stronger. How much did you learn last year, and how much better do you think you are this spring and hopefully in this fall?
Last year I learned a lot just being first time actually playing live college football. Yeah, practice is real. Yes, we get live reps in practice, but when you in Tiger Stadium and you got almost 105,000 people counting on you, and plus the state, plus the people watching at home, it's different. The pressure is different. The atmosphere is different. But from my first year starting, I started every game, so I feel like every game I got better. Every game, like I struggled starting off the season, but I feel like by the end of it, it was pretty good. I started playing my best football at the end.
As far as the spring, like you feel like you made some strides already this spring?
Yeah, I feel like I made a lot of strides if we're gonna compare it to last spring to this spring. I feel more comfortable out there. I feel like I'm more like the game slowed down for me because I played so much last year, and it's just now getting everybody get along so we can be the best unit again.
You guys are working out right in front of us, so we hear Brad all the time, right? Like, what is that like, and how much of it do you have to like get used to it and understand? Like, he's just making me better.
Coming in, I always had hard coaching, but like let's say somebody didn't grow up around it, or even in high school they didn't have hard coaching. It's gonna take a long time for you to get used to like I know when I started, like when I came in, I had to understand like it's not the way he loves you. Like Coach Davis is a wonderful coach, wonderful person. He talks to us about stuff outside of football. Like he talked to me about investing, and like NIL's not gonna be forever. Let's say you don't make it. This NIL generation now is a great way to start your family, start your generational wealth. But like, if anything, you gotta understand that his family is on the line. Like he puts his trust into 18, 19, 20-year-old kids to go out there and do the job, because if not, he gonna get fired. And he tells us every day, I gotta trust y'all enough for my kids. Like, y'all are helping me feed my kids. So like, it's a grown man business now. It's not high school, so you gotta get used to it.
How much better do you think the line is getting? Coach Kelly talked about having that bowl game with basically the 5 that'll be this year, you know, and kind of getting a jump start on this season. Do you see it that way? And do you feel like there's like that cohesiveness coming along?
Yes, sir, I do, because one, we're a very tight group. Like, we do stuff. We all love each other. We all trying to play for each other, and I feel like the ball game helped us. So we just didn't come out in the spring like, oh, we haven't really played with each other. The 15 bowl practices helped a lot because we got to know how each other plays, how certain stuff that they like, certain stuff they don't like.
What was it like for you last year, like with the Campbells and the Emory Jones and Dellinger, and these guys are all veterans, and you're the freshman, right? So how was that experience for you?
It was a great experience because they all helped me. We all played as one. So let's say I was confused on the call. My guards or my tackles will help me with the call, so we could work as one well unit. And it's just a great example of how to come in the building every day, do your job, and help bring everybody up. It's a great example.
You said you're not in high school anymore. How would you describe defensive linemen in this league, SEC?
Most of the time, I'm not the biggest, so most of the time you're going to be going to get somebody who's bigger than you, and then we play in the SEC. So these defensive linemen are probably going first round. So if you dominate them, you will be looked at as a first rounder too.
What'd you learn about crowd noise too? Because you're the one over the ball and, it gets loud, right?
Yeah, it most definitely does get loud. But you got to lock in on the game and just realize that it's just a game. It's just like you playing Pee Wee football again. Block all it out, have fun, and listen to your quarterback.
You talked about it a little bit. Quarterback and the center. Basically, y'all are what gets it going. How's your relationship with Garrett?
Oh, that's my dog. That's my guy. It's great. My relationship with Garrett is great. We hang out off the field. We talk off the field. Like, if I have a question about, let's say, we're going over during like last year. Let's say I had a question about the protection or how we slide and how we doing this. I just call like, hey, like how we doing this? Like, all right, this is how we do it. This is how I see it. How do you see it? It's a great relationship.
Have you seen a difference with him now, this being year 2 as him as the starter?
Yeah, I feel like both of us, the game has slowed down for both of us. We both became more confident in ourselves and in each other.
What are you seeing in the defensive line? Obviously, we were talking to Jacobian about Kyle taking over there and all the tackles specifically right in your face, I guess. Like, what are you seeing in that group?
They're doing great. A lot of us, like, we have a young team, so we're going to grow, and they're going to be really good.
won't be 100,000 people this weekend, but there'll be some people there. Is that something to look forward to? I mean, you guys been out here by yourselves practicing, getting out in front of some fans and everything?
Yeah, not necessarily, but it's just another practice because we're not going to have like a real spring game. But I feel like when we had a coaches clinic, I feel like it's going to be like similar to that, just the people. I don't think it's going to be as loud a crowd noise, but I kind of want to show the fans like what 25 season has in store for the LSU Tigers.
You see the defense continuing to make strides with Coach Baker in his second year and everything?
Yes, sir. I feel the defense is coming more together than last year. Like they're playing faster than what they did last year.
And Kyle Williams coaching the D-line. What do you see out of him as you're working against those guys?
He's a great coach. He's a great person. Defense line is getting better day by day. Just that's what we got to do. Everybody got to get better. Everybody got to do their 1 to 11.
It's funny because typically offensive linemen love to run block, right? And last year, y'all were better pass blockers, right? I mean, like you said, you kind of had to be because the run game wasn't there. Is that something that excites an offensive line room, like knowing that we're going to get out there and run the ball?
Of course, you got to be physical and nasty in the trenches. So if you're afraid to run the ball, you're not going to be successful. Everybody runs the ball. The first play is probably going to be run the ball because the run game gets the pass game going. It opens it up.
And how does that all play in, and just your thoughts on red zone this year? You know, scoring touchdowns instead of kicking field goals down there.
Like I said last year, we got to get better at that. So another thing we got to get better at. Coach Sloan has emphasized it when we first came in the spring. He said, "Hey guys, we got to get better at running the ball and finishing the red zone." Because I remember multiple times last year, we would get down in the low area and we couldn't score, and that sucked because it's like we get all the way down there and we can't finish. So that's been another emphasis in spring. Working on the red zone, working on scoring, and working on running the ball.